Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and we are back with more reactions for Supergirl. This is the latest episode, just aired like yesterday, so hopefully I can get it up soon afterwards. Um, but yeah, this is episode number 14. So episode 13, we had the what was it called? The thing. What thing? Not an arch, not a bow and arrow, like an archery thing. What are these thingy. I only wrote down gauntlet. I don't know why I didn't write down the object thing. And slingshot. Slingshot. That's what it was. The slingshot, which was disguised as the totem of courage and everything. So that was the first totem in 7 other totems that they have to find to do some stuff. I honestly forgot, forgot what's meant to happen. I think it gives the wielders like control over all. I think it gives the wielder of the totems control over all. They're basically DC's Infinity Stones. So they give the user slash wielder control over all of reality and all elements of reality and all that kind of jazz. So there's courage, and I think there's love and truth and hope and all these different kinds of emotions and all these different kinds of things. So the first totem was courage. The first totem was courage. So yeah, with that then came the trial of courage, where both Nixley and Kara being wielders of two different halves of the totem. Once it got broken into two pieces, them two being the two wielders, they had to go through individual kind of trials of courage and actually revisit moments in their life when they lacked courage or didn't really kind of utilize it properly or didn't really experience it properly. So then for Kara, it was all the way back in season 1. For Kara, it was a bit of a nostalgia trip, all the way back in season 1 when she first used her powers in National City to save Alex on the plane that had malfunctioned and everything. So that was the first time she actually kind of somewhat opened up Supergirl to the world and everything. So there was that. But then for her, she couldn't quite figure it out. I think for her, she didn't really know exactly what she was meant to do. She tried going around saving other people and actually doing some stuff all over the city and actually saving more than just Alex, but it still didn't manage to amount to much. So I think her trial was never passed. But then Nixley's one was actually something also equally personal to her, and then for her it was actually her initially. I think she thought it was actually her having to kill her father when he was about to banish her from the fifth dimension. But then by the end of it, thanks to Mitch and his surprising words of wisdom, she then figured out that she had to actually confront her brother and actually try and get him to stick by her side again, and then to continue standing by her side as he had done all the years prior to that event. So yeah, so then for her, Nixley passed it. Nixley actually passed her courage trials and everything. So then she kind of managed to wield the power of the totem, and then even Kara's one actually she let it go and it flew out the window and all the way back to the menagerie ship and everything. So now Nixley wields the first of the totems. So now they got 6 more to go. So hopefully we're not going to get some kind of Thanos level kind of collection of all these totems with Nixley. Hopefully we can actually stop her and I mean, saving all of reality. I mean, they've done it before, but I guess it sounds like a decent enough kind of ending for the show. Like the final season being like, oh, we have to collect all these totems and save all of reality from erasure and everything. So yeah, some fun stuff right there. But I think going back and actually seeing some backstory for Nixley and also having some nostalgia on Kara's end was a pretty cool thing to see as well. So that was fun. We had Lena kind of having trouble confronting the magical side of her heritage, and like her kind of being like her having actually fought so hard to like be a respected and being like a skilled and qualified and experienced scientist all her life, and now suddenly being kind of like having the ideal having the kind of like power of magic and the kind of lore of magic kind of thrust upon her and actually being revealed from her kind of history and from her bloodline was a bit of a it was a bit of a hard pill for her to swallow. So she kind of spent the entire episode kind of like hiding it from the rest of the team and actually denying it and actually insisting that science can get us through this and everything. And then at the very end, in a very very comforting and warm kind of scene with Kara, she then actually opened up and revealed what she had actually found out about her mother and her heritage in Newfoundland and everything. So going forward, I feel like we might see her opening up a bit with that kind of stuff. But I do think we're probably not going to really see her embracing it fully. Like we're probably not going to see her actually wearing like a cloak or. I mean, it would be cool to see. It would be fucking awesome to see Elena in like a cloak and like a whole witch's garb and everything. But I feel like knowing her, she's probably still going to stick to the science that she knows and then use magic when necessary. But I think even visually, she's not really going to embrace those kinds of powers to that extent, or she might not actually kind of get like a suit or anything, because I think it's still, like science is what she knows, and it's what she knows she's good at. So she might still kind of take some time to explore magic here and there, but then like sticking to what has become pretty much like a second nature for her now is probably what's more comfortable for her. But then if she does still kind of manage to go the extra mile and do something more with it, then I guess I'm still definitely definitely looking forward to seeing how that actually goes down for her, and seeing how much she embraces it, and in what kind of styles and what levels she embraces it at. So that should be fun. So there was that, and a surprising Sentinel and Guardian team up. I still can't get over it. I still cannot get over that team up. It was so cool. I think Kelly kind of told Alex that she would actually be spending the day helping Orlando and Joey, kind of helping their people and helping their side of town, and doing some stuff on like more of a ground level, and the Guardian would be helping them too. But I think looking back, I thought that was just a clever play on words, like, oh, like their personal hero is going to be helping them and everything. But then by the end of it, Lena had actually told her what was happening and contacted her and everything. So then she came through, Guardian Shield and Guardian Garb and all, and then she and her amazing superhero girlfriend Sentinel both kicked ass and actually deflected some lightning and did some cool Sentinel Hand of the Soldier stuff, and it was an awesome team. It was an awesome team up. So very much looking forward to seeing them both doing more and actually superheroing more in National City from here on out. So yeah, I mean, we really haven't got that long left. I think it's 20 episodes. So like this is like 6 episodes left now to go. So I think I'm really kind of anxious to see what more they're going to pack into these final few episodes and how it's all going to culminate now. So these are flying by far faster than I'm actually used to. So I'm really nervous to actually reach the end. But I mean, hey, if I would say if you don't watch the final episode, then it never has to end. But I kind of, I do still want to actually see exactly what kind of ending they have in mind for Supergirl. So yeah, rest assured, I will still watch it. I won't put it off until the very end or anything. I will still watch it. So it's I mean, I can't really go online to avoid spoilers without watching the show, because it's going to be like a huge thing, like, oh, the Supergirl series finale, like how do they end the story, where are the characters now. So yeah, but either way, that was a cool thing too, Sentinel and Guardian. So yeah, and we had some other kind of minor tidbits here and there too, which I now can't remember. I think we had some other stuff, I think, with like William, Andrea wanting William to actually be embedded with the Super Friends and everything, and actually being like the first kind of go-to kind of person, and actually make it, and like her end game being like making sure that Catco was the one that the Super Friends went to report on anything they did at all, so that way their ratings and everything else would be boosted up high and everything. So there's that, but yeah, and then I think there might have been, I don't know, I think Nia just had some like minor appearances here and there, like she didn't really kind of like get to do much besides from just be there for other people and actually do stuff. But hey, she's a compassionate hero, so it definitely works. But that is definitely all I've managed to pick up from the last one. So on to episode number 14 of Supergirl Season 6, onto the reaction. And as you guys will know by now, fair use version, so only the highlights and pretty much like the best bits and everything from the episode. But if you guys want the full-length reaction, then that one will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. So yeah, Supergirl Season 6, episode 14. Let's go. Jenga. This is Jenga. This is totally Jenga. I would notice Jenga anywhere. That is totally Jenga.
Well, you are a ringer. Well, it's called hand-eye coordination. I don't know what else to tell you, babe. So if she or Mitch pop up anywhere, we'll know.
I really like Alex's shirt. It's not flannel. I don't think it's flannel, but it's got like a nice checkered faded pattern. It's nice. It looks nice.
I'm trying to figure out the underlying scientific logic, but I'm beginning to think that magic is mainly just instinct and intuition.
Pretty much.
Honestly, that sounds a lot like dream interpretation. Maybe I could help.
If they can work together. Oh god, if they can work together. Dreamer and Lena working together. Oh my god, yes. Give it to me. Lena and Nia working together. Yes, magic and dream powers.
We need the public support, especially if things continue to spiral.
That's true. Do they have any funding? Is anyone actually funding the Super Friends? Is that a thing?
An alien orphan named Esme. I met her at Jerry's group home. She was
Esme.
with a foster family last week. Hopefully, she ends up with a family where she can really blossom.
Oh, I'm counting on it. I am counting
Why are you
on
laughing?
it.
Like that. He's really happy.
Oh boy, okay. Oh, that was... I'm pretty sure you could have transitioned, like, better than that. Is that a juice box?
But the moment we leave
It looks like a crushed juice
Supergirl
box.
and her friends are going to be able to track us.
What is that? Oh, is that a... I legitimately can't tell what that is. It looked like a crushed juice box for a second, like an empty juice box.
And your new foster parents, Dana and Joe?
Dana and Joe.
They make pancakes for dinner if I want.
Oh, pancakes for dinner. That does sound good.
Oh, I almost forgot.
I'll check back in next week to make sure everyone's okay.
Okay, well, at least she's with a happy family. That's the very least she deserves, yeah. She's with a
I
happy family.
made you this to thank you for everything.
I absolutely love it.
Okay, if this is what this episode is going to be, I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to be able to take this. She made her a damn friendship bracelet and it's so fucking colourful.
Oh, should I call you Mr. Manhunter? Jean will do.
Yeah. Mr. Manhunter, oh god. Mr. Manhunter.
How
Welcome to the tower.
That
Wow.
jacket looks great on her.
this place is?
And you can't ID the Super Friends or even try to learn their identities. Not even my sister Kara knows.
If you do,
Mm.
I'll wipe your mind.
Yeah,
He'll do it.
Yeah.
yeah, he can do that.
Oh, and before you file any story, just run it by one of us, please.
But I
Oh, that's the totem, not a crushed juice box. Okay, not a crushed juice box,
Buddha
just
once sat
a
under
wooden,
tree made of this wood.
like a wooden necklace or something.
Keeps me
Oh, the
focused.
Buddha. Okay, if the Buddha's connected, then yeah, that's culturally impactful. Yeah.
And you've just been carrying it round in your sweaty pocket with loose change and unwrapped candies.
Oh, she really just blew her way in and roasted him on the spot, really?
Now,
Then use it wisely.
Jeez, this is really easy, this is really quick. Wow, okay, geez. Didn't even need to break this one, I mean, the totem was inside.
Is it?
It was broken, yeah, that was really quick.
There's no
Oh boy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Going into their optic nerves. Oh, now they're fighting each other, okay. Well, there was a fight scheduled, so I guess this kind of meets the deadline.
John stayed back at the arena to get things under control. Sentinel and Guardians did too.
What happened exactly?
Sentinel and Guardian. Don't tell me that doesn't sound like a good,
Activated it like it was nothing,
such a
and then-
good duo name. Sentinel and Guardian.
And it turned people.
Keeping this a secret will only cause more harm.
Nixley doesn't know we have Lena right now. That we have magic. So if you write about this and what we're doing,
Yeah, they have that one
Nixley could find a
advantage.
way to stop us.
That's their one
But
advantage.
if you write about this,
You make a good reporter.
duty screams.
Oh. Duty screams. Esme? Oh.
It was great.
Oh, sweet dodge.
You were worried about her.
Oh, they're really just talking and fighting on the job. Oh god, they're such wives. They're such wives.
And she made me this as a thank you.
Oh, she kept it even. Oh, she.
Nice move. Nice bracelet.
Sentinel, Guardian, NCPD needs help.
I can't take this. I cannot take this. This is exactly the kind of content that I cannot take. This is exactly what I can't take.
I know I'm not one of them.
good, because they may be the Super Friends, but they are not your friends.
Yeah.
Now come back with the real story.
But again, if he
Or you
doesn't,
come back at all.
you can't keep him embedded for long. If he exposes all this stuff right away, then you lose the Super Friends. Oh, that's so cool. Whoa, Jesus, whoa. Yeah?
I can't.
Can she not move?
I
Did
can't
she-
find my lefts from my rights.
Okay, I am so sorry. I will
Oh,
really
left
fix
and
this.
oh, she's lost her.
Kind of hilarious.
Oh, her sense of direction.
Should wear off in about an hour. Any luck with that spell?
Not yet, but
Oh god, oh no. Oh,
Lena broke my brain.
Lena broke her brain.
Well, the violence out there
Oh
is spreading.
god.
The more we fight these attackers,
Oh jeez, oh they're bringing out weapons now too, baseball bats. Oh jeez. Whoa. Oh god. Oh no, don't let Esme get caught in this. Do not let Esme get caught in the middle of this. Sentinel and Guardian. Whoa. Oh god no. Oh god no. Oh. Whoa. She can breathe fire. Esme can breathe fire. Esme can breathe fire. Is she? I mean, she's an alien, yeah, sure, but that's her power. She can breathe fire.
Satellites picked up anything?
That's pretty damn good.
I'll go get you some. No, I need to come with you. The affected particles are unstable and diminishing in potency.
Super and a Luther. And Day.
Better my reporting.
No.
You protect Lena. I got this.
Have you now?
Navitas, omnibus, omnibus. Auge.
I love how soft her voice is when she's casting the spells. So delicate. Oh. So it would be so cool if her eyes glowed. It would be so cool if her eyes glowed, just for like reference's sake. Oh. Oh, even Nixley. Even Nixley.
Just do it.
I can't do it. I think I made things worse.
Oh. No, she reversed it. She took it down on Nixley. She made Nixley not want to commit violence.
I don't even know how the magical abilities I can harness will interact with fifth-dimensional energy.
Maybe there's another spell in your mother's book you can try.
You want me to try more magic?
Nixley already has 2 totems, and she's probably close to getting a 3rd. Science has gotten us nowhere. Your magic is our only option.
Lena still believes in her, and Kara believes in Lena.
For their own benefit. All that compassion and empathy flooded into me.
That's why you couldn't kill the guard.
He might have had children.
No, but then it only activated when Lena did the spell, though. Up until then, she was perfectly ready to kill him.
Cared about him. All I could think was how sad they'd be if I took him away from them.
So Lena's magic activated the compassion in her.
Thank you. You're always thinking about me.
And in the same way that National City is overrun by chaos right now, if we flood Nixley with emotions, it might be too much for her to handle.
She might give it back.
And it might force her to restore everyone's
Yeah,
humanity and get rid of the totem.
Would she give up a totem, though? Would she really do that? She'd give the compassion and humanity back, but would she give up a totem?
This is for the greater good.
For the greater good. Do you hear yourself right now?
That's not what I meant.
William, have I shown you the kitchen yet? We have.
Oh yeah, Nia knows her moms need a moment alone.
I can't believe you would.
If I agree to this, I tell the story my way. Nixie's identification, her search for the totems, and the role of magic in all this. Those are my ground rules.
Well, I mean, he's not going to cast like a super negative light on them or anything.
I'll set the computers to scan for Nixley's ship.
You sure you want to be out in the open to do this?
I've got to get out of my head, and I can't do that in a lab.
Okay.
That's a fair point, yeah. Doing magic out in the open, connecting with nature as her mother intended. Oh, just more chaos, oh god. Oh. I mean, you even got professional fighters actually fighting as well, so... Out of the car. Oh yeah, you could have spaced through it, dude. Oh, through the window as well. Damn. Oh. Oh, situation in the bus stop. Oh, damn! Oh! She Black Widowed him!
All good here, Supergirl.
She Black Widowed him with a scissor kick! Damn, Dreamer!
I could snap away poverty, disease, hunger.
So is she gonna solve the world crises now, or is she...
I could save the snow leopards from extinction.
It's okay, Esme. Just do your fire-breathing thing again.
I told you, I don't.
Are they you're exploiting a child's powers for your own safety?
Have some ice cream later, okay?
You people are the worst. Oh, you people are the worst. Exploiting a child's powers for your own safety. Oh. Guardian and Sentinel?
You're safe now.
We won't let anyone hurt you.
All I need. That's all I. That's everything I need. That is everything. The episode could literally end there, and I'd be okay. I'd be cool with it. The episode could end there, and I'd be cool with it. I'd be totally fine with it. That is everything I need. That's everything I need. Oh damn. You do know she's bulletproof. Do people still honestly pull guns on her? You do remember she's bulletproof, right? Whoa. Oh, okay. Oh, that was sick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just enough force. Not too much that it goes through, but just enough.
You're gonna be okay. Thank you.
Oh, she's letting it go. She's releasing it. She's releasing all the humanity and compassion. Okay, you can all calm the fuck down now. You can all calm down. Is she gonna drop the totem though? Will she drop the totem? Well, she will give up. She will give up the totem. She gave up the totem just like that.
Why did you let me get rid of the totem?
Oh no, now she regrets it.
Lie down.
Oh jeez.
Get it.
Oh, can Supergirl catch it in the air? Can she catch it in the air? Come on, Supergirl.
Change of plan.
Faster than sound. Come on. Yeah, yeah. There we go. There we go. Silky smooth. There we go.
Each of the totems has the same energy signal, so we could use the particles to track another one. There's just enough left for one, though.
Which one do we go after?
Well, there's the dream totem.
Oh, the dream totem. That would be Nia's forte.
Sounds like something I might be able to
Yeah,
help
that
with.
would be Nia's forte. Yeah. Time for her to shine.
The Super Friends in a race to get powerful totems. Magic? Our readers are gonna eat this up.
Is it not going to read us some kind of a fan fiction or something?
Hey.
Oh, that's a great magazine cover.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. I just hope people will understand why we did what we had to do.
Some will. Others will accuse us of abusing our power.
Yeah, is there going to be like some kind of civil war discussion around this, like vigilantes and superheroes and everything? Is that going to be like a last-minute story they do, like just for an episode?
It's important to have clear boundaries with friends. Hot sticker me.
No, take it. I want to use my fingers. I'm going to. Oh, that's classy.
That's Kara. That's Kara.
I am here for you, Esme. Esme, this is Alex Danvers, my girlfriend.
Hello, Miss Danvers.
Hi, Esme. I've heard a lot about you.
Oh god, I can't take this. I can't handle this.
And it's all good things.
I can't handle this. I can't handle
So-
this.
They requested another placement for Esme.
They're giving her back?
Tell them,
They said
take
she's
them,
not a right
please.
fit for their family.
Please take her. You'd be the perfect fit.
but she was a right fit when they forced her to confront armed attackers.
Yeah, they're
I told
assholes.
them
You're
even
so
though
much
she's
better.
an alien
Please
with
take them.
powers, it was
Just
their
take them.
job to protect her.
Use the power of that bracelet. Use the power of that bracelet. You can do it. You can do it. You can do this. Alex finally gets her wish. Alex finally gets her dream. Best ending. Best ending. Perfect ending. Pitch perfect ending. End it right now. I don't want to see more. That was the perfect ending.
They all will. No matter what I have to do to get them.
Oh, that was the best ending. That was the best ending. That was the best ending. Oh. So, yeah, if you couldn't tell, just in case you couldn't tell, I loved that episode. I loved parts of that. I loved certain specific parts of that episode, and I really enjoyed the ending. That was gold. That was gold. Those parts and that ending were gold. Just absolute pure, just goldy gold. But yeah, no. I'm actually going to talk about that kind of stuff first. Yeah, no. So Esme, like she just. Those parents were revealed to be the worst in the very end. Just completely, like, and like unequipped to deal with an alien child, not even in like a judgmental or like a bigoted or like a hateful way, but just like in a manipulative way, just like in like an exploitative way, and you know like just like assuming that just because she has powers that she can like using a child like an alien like an alien child, a child and using a child like Esme honestly can't be any more. She's definitely below 10. That much is for sure. She's definitely below 10, maybe like 5 or 6 or something. You know, so using a child as young as that, just because she just has powers that she used on reflex, using her to defend themselves against an oncoming horde of violent attackers and everything, that is just I mean, words can and can't describe how fucked up that is, but you know, just further proof that they're just like not equipped at all to actually to actually like to. I mean, I honestly don't even know if they're actually like if they're actually fit to be parents at all. Because I think even if like a regular human child was somehow by some miracle able to to do something, then I'm sure they would find a way to exploit that too. But I think it's also like specifically because she's alien, she has all these powers that you know that just about come into play in the nick of time. I mean, the mother, especially like the father, the father was nowhere to be seen, but the mother was the one actually who witnessed it happening first and foremost, and then she just kind of took that into her own hands and said, "Okay, you have powers, great. So use that to defend us, and we'll give you all the ice cream you want." So using ice cream to to actually goad her into using powers that she doesn't even know how to control. Because I think she even said she doesn't even know how they work. They just kind of came into play, and it was definitely more of a reflex too. Like the guy screamed and breathed fire, and then she did the same thing as a reflex, and somehow it actually worked. So I think in that case too, definitely they're definitely more like an emotional kind of trigger, and like an emotional response, as opposed to her actually knowing she can do something. I think you know, I think she knows that she wears power dampening cuffs, or at least that she wore them back in the orphanage. But I think she never really mentioned what her powers were. She never really gave any kind of clear signs that she knew how her powers were. But I think maybe even if she does, again, she just doesn't know how to control them. So it's not like an on and off thing. She literally has no kind of control over them. So then the parents, I don't think the parents are the worst. I think at least the mother, at the very least, the mother is the worst. Just kind of using that to defend herself and her husband and her home and everything. Just those parents were unfit. They were unfit. So yeah, and then because of that too, I think because. And I can't remember exactly what it was that Kelly said. I think it was because of like the nature of her powers, or the fact that she couldn't really use them, or like something else. That the parents then decided, oh, we're like no longer fit or willing to actually look after an alien child. That's going to be too much for us. So then, you know, once she stopped being useful to them, then they actually decided, oh yeah, we're just going to send her back into the system and hope that someone else comes there, and then we can probably get like a nice normal human child or something. So just our souls to the highest degree, to the highest degree. So yeah, but then of course that leaves Esme feeling like she just like doesn't have any hope, and to hear her be like, oh, I'm probably never gonna have a real family, just kind of broke my heart, because no child in the system ever deserves to. No child in general, no child in general, like in or out of the system, ever deserves to feel that way. So just hearing someone like a child of her age too, like she's that young and she's already hopeless because you know people sent her back for not performing to their ridiculous standards, is just unbelievable. So there was that, and then and I think just before I actually top off with that ending, just I think seeing Alex and Kelly together in this episode was just like it was nothing short of delightful, And I think Kelly being with her right from the beginning, and even Esme making her that cool kind of like I think it wasn't specifically a rainbow thing, but it was still multicolored and colourful and very, very kind of eye-catching. I think it was like a little kind of friendship bracelet that she made for her too. And I think she even kept it with the suit too, like all the gear. She has all the gauntlet, she has the gloves, she has the sleeves and everything. But then she still has some space between. Like she saw the space between her sleeves and the gloves, and she was like, "I'll be damned if I'm gonna let that space go to waste." And she still keeps it on. She still keeps Esme's bracelet on, even when she's fighting, even in the heat of battle. She still manages to actually take time to actually. I mean, it was when she suited up, obviously, but still, she takes the time to actually put that on, to keep that on, and to actually think to herself, like, you know what, I'm going to keep this on and use this to help me to help me fight. And I think that's the story she's gonna tell Esme too. That's the story she's gonna tell Esme. Like, you made me this friendship bracelet, like this bracelet way back when, and I still use it to this day to help keep me safe and upbeat during battle and stuff. And I think that was the first sign. That was the first sign that Kelly and Alex both, and like even Alex actually taking the time to actually appreciate the bracelet mid battle too. And I think that whole fight scene too, like that was just superhero wives material right there, just like them dodging and weaving and actually managing to talk in between attacks, and or just like Kelly just dodging and ducking and talking and ducking and just doing everything, and both of them still taking the time for each other in the heat of battle was just absolute chef's kiss, just the absolute best kind of stuff. Like, when couples do that, that is how you know they're destined to be together. When couples can do that with each other without breaking a sweat, that is when you know they're destined for each other. So that is why Danson is right up here for me. Danson is right up here for me. I'm among a few other kind of names too. So yeah, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. But then she made that. So I think now I think in the future now she's gonna tell those stories and everything. So that's gonna be great. But yeah, I mean, and like even then, even at the house too, when the attackers came, and then Esme was locked outside. When she was locked outside, just so much wrong with that scene. So much wrong with that scene overall. But when she was locked outside, and then even the camera didn't really show us happening to it. But then obviously we as the audience know that's what's going down. But then Esme's so terrifying, she just closes her eyes out of fear and just kind of huddles up against the door, and then you just hear the kicks and punches and everything in the background and everything, and then the slow motion comes in, the camera pans back, and you see Guardian and Sentinel walking up that path, just walking up to Esme, and Esme just sees probably two of her favorite heroes just looking down at her and actually reassuring her that she's gonna be safe, and her two favorite heroes just actually saved her in broad daylight too, and actually promised to keep her safe and to never let her. That is again like this episode. I mean, from the beginning it was laid since her introduction, Esme was kind of introduced as that kind of perfect did the child to pair up with Kelly anyway. But then Alex has had that dream of wanting to adopt a child and to be a great mother since season 2 or 3. Being having conflicted views on it was what actually caused her was actually one of the things that actually caused her break up with Maggie to begin with. But I think since then I think especially her having since her having come out and her realizing who she is and accepting who she is and actually being acknowledging herself there and actually feeling comfortable in her own skin for once. I think after that I think that it's definitely safe to say that her dreams and becoming a mother after that actually definitely kind of boosted, because then once she was comfortable enough with herself, she then realized that she wanted to be that for her future child as well. So, and now she has Esme, she has an alien child who she is gonna love and cherish until the day she dies, and even in the afterlife she's gonna be watching over her like a fairy ghost mother or something. But that's gonna be great. But yeah, I think again people have been speculating this from the episode where Esme actually got introduced and everything. Mark our words, Esme is going to be the child that Alex and Kelly both adopt. She's going to be the dance and love child and everything. She's going to be their child, and it being the final season 2, they have to come full circle. They have to let Alex actually fulfill that dream, and Kelly is more than happy to take Esme in. It's the perfect full circle, the perfect solution, the perfect combo. It's just you really cannot imagine it happening any other way. You can't imagine it happening any other way, and it's just so beautiful. It's just so perfect. And I think if nothing else, this will be one of my favorite things about this final season. Easily one of my favorite things. Just them finally getting their future. The Danson future is just solidified. It's written in cement. It's carved into stone that everything they want with each other. They will get that kind of pride and joy and happiness and certainty within their lives and everything. But oh god, just so good, just so damn good, so good. But then the ending, I think the ending was perfectly built up too. The ending was actually perfectly built up with Alex finally coming in and Esme finally meeting Alex and everything, and just like that kind of slow build up with like the music, the Kelly explaining stuff to Alex too, like, oh, now she's gonna go back into the system and they're gonna have to find another placement for her and it's gonna take forever, and Esme deserves better than that too. She's gonna lose all hope, and she's gonna have to go through that kind of trauma of feeling like she doesn't belong anywhere, like, and I mean, like that whole kind of build up happened, and the van comes in and you see, you know, the music building. You hear the music building up, and then you see Alex at the way Alex looks at Esme, the way she knows now that moment she's dreamed of so all these years is finally here, and she has Kelly by her side, absolutely willing to actually take on this new kind of this new step in life if she's willing to do it. And then Alex finally realizes this is it, her moment has come, and now she just come here, kiddo. She just goodbyes her screen. I'm never gonna shut up. I mean, I'm never gonna stop thinking about this. I'm never gonna forget this. I'm never gonna stop thinking about this. I'm never gonna stop thinking about how perfect it is, and just wanting more from this, and oh god, you know, all things come to an end. But I really wish this was endless. I really wish that was endless. You know, I really wish the adventures of Sentinel and Guardian were endless, and I think that's why we need a fucking spin-off. That's why we need that damn spin-off. Sentinel and Guardian and Dreamer as well. Not forgetting Dreamer, throw her in there. Her and Sentinel and Guardian will get up to just endless ounces of fun. And Dreamer, Auntie Nia and Esme would be such troublemakers. Auntie Nia and Esme would get up to the most troublesome things, and it would drive Kelly and Alex up the wall. Like Auntie Nia would indulge so many of her shenanigans and her pranks, and they'd go up to so much different things, and Nia would easily make favorite auntie. She would easily make the favorite auntie, and then, you know, Kara and Lena would come in like a close second and third and everything, and it would just be the best thing. But god, Nia and Esme would get up to the worst hijinks, and it would be the best. And I think that's exactly the kind of spin-off I want. You know, Sentinel and Guardian, Dreamer, and everything, and just oh god, Esme would have the most fun with Brady too. Brady actually trying to teach her stuff and feed her trivia, and actually trying to, you know, like not like along with actually trying to encourage her to feed her to actually eat her greens and everything. But he would be like the nerdiest uncle, and Esme would love it, and then he would be the one again indulging every last kind of little kind of like troublesome thing she wanted to do, and actually being the cool kind of the aunt that just lets her get away with everything and everything. Just oh god, like I can't. I'm just god. I really need something like a spin-off or fanfic or just something to, you know, to alleviate these wishes and dreams and everything. I need something, and I need something. Just oh god. You know, I mean, hopefully the reception they see from all of this stuff is actually enough to motivate them, but who knows? At the end of the day, who knows? Who knows what goes on in the minds of network higher-ups and producers and all that jazz. So who knows? Just whoever knows. But you know, if they know the right thing to do, then they will greenlight that kind of sequel and actually give us the adventures of Sentinel, Guardian, Dreamer, and Esme as well. So you know what to do. I think it's also a really cool power that she can actually breathe fire too. Like, you know, that alone. That, like, I mean, you know, again, on the one hand, it has some amazing kind of shenanigan opportunities to it. It has some amazing shenanigans and prank opportunities to it. But I think also as a power to like her, like having the power to actually breathe fire too. Because I think, I mean, I don't know if she actually I think. I mean, I also do wonder if that's maybe her only power, or if maybe she has. Because I think it was this. I think, oh, I don't know. Because I mean, that guy had the same powers too. So I don't know. Maybe if that's like, I don't know if that's her power. Maybe it could be something else. Maybe it could actually be like deflecting people's powers onto them too. Maybe it could actually be like so whatever kind of powers other people try and use on her, she then as a reflex then. I mean, she screamed and fire came out of her mouth. I mean, like, in that particular situation, in that context, then that would be the most applicable thing. But I think maybe, I'm wondering maybe if that actually is her power, or maybe if she has the power to actually just use, like, to actually copy and paste other people's powers and use that against them as a defense mechanism or something. But I am really curious, like, I'm really hoping they actually might, they might actually, I mean, they have to, because I think they have every reason and every kind of resource and every kind of opportunity to actually do it, and it would be the best way to actually help her understand her powers too, without making her feel like she's a danger, or without making her feel like she's, anything negative at all. Like, it would be the best way to actually teach her what her powers are, and to teach her what her powers are, and also to how to control them too. And I think, again, best parents, they have every means to do so, and then they're going to do it. They're going to do it to make sure that their new daughter is up to date with her knowledge and her skills and everything. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. But yeah, I think she can either breathe fire or copy, paste, and deflect. So either way, it's cool. It's cool. And yeah, I think this episode definitely had a lot of action too. With, especially with the whole kind of humanity totem stuff happening, like the entire city just kind of descending into mindless physical chaos and everything, like everyone fighting each other and stuff. And I kind of enjoy, like, it was very brief, but I think I did definitely kind of enjoy, like appreciate that kind of parallel of like some people being regular civilians who just throw punches and push people into objects and do like just throw like mindless attacks. But then the two guys from the very beginning of that scenario, like the two fighters, like they were fighting each other, but then even in them being fighters, they actually knew how to throw proper punches and actually knew how to throw proper moves and everything. So they're actually using their skills, and I think that's why like their fight was going on the longest. But then everyone else was just kind of throwing themselves at each other and actually trying to see who could go down the quickest and doing all that kind of stuff and punching through windows and picking up bats and using stuff like that. So I think that kind of parallel was really interesting to see. But lots of action with the heroes coming in. I think especially like Sentinel and Guardian just doing blocks and kicks and dodges and all these different things while they were talking. Especially Dreamer's scissor kick that came out of nowhere. That was so cool. Like Dreamer just running in with coming in with a run and then launching herself and then actually doing a scissor kick on the guy, and then like one simple punch to the face to end it off. Like that scissor kick was just flawlessly executed too. And I think I really can't have a wonder. I'm really hoping that was actually Nicole Maines as well. I'm really hoping that was actually Nicole herself, like training to do that scissor kick and then actually doing it flawlessly too. I'm really hoping that was her, because then they just showed that much more dedication and that much more kind of fluidity to her skills and everything. So that would be really great. But that's just like definitely just. Definitely Black Widow vibes there because like within media she she has been kind of like become like somewhat relative at least in Hollywood, at least in Hollywood and like Western media, she's become the kind of face of scissor kicking and everything and like using that move and stuff. So definitely Black Widow vibes in, and that is a scissor kick that Black Widow would be proud of. That is a scissor kick that is a scissor kick that Black Widow would undeniably and ultimately be proud of and everything. So she's just on Vormir looking down like through the multiverse, looking into a completely different universe and be like, yeah, that's my girl, yeah, you do that scissor kick, but without hesitation, without any errors, just a fluid scissor kick. So that was fun. That was really, really fun. That was cool. Quite a bit of action in this, so really well done in that regard too. So that was fun. But then we had the humanity token too. So the humanity token, I think the humanity. I think the more they explained it, and then the more I thought about it, I think it made sense. But I think initially it didn't really kind of make it didn't really make a huge amount of sense to me, because I thought the humanity token. So you take away people's humanity, and then. But I thought without humanity that might just turn people ruthless. Not simply physical violence, but then I thought maybe that means that people are just kind of generally just kind of nastier to each other. Maybe they just kind of go around insulting people or being really kind of obnoxious and rude and heartless and everything. But maybe it's also more like a mental thing too. But then no, it just kind of meant that people just start beating the shit out of each other. So it's purely physical. So people just start randomly. Or just everyone affected, everyone actually affected within the blast radius by the totem stuff. Then there's a lot of the people who were victims were also people who actually just were unaffected, and people who were just kind of on the kind of the receiving end of the totem's kind of effects on the affected. So is that, but then just people start descending into mindless violence, just vandalism, and I think it's just vandalism, and I do wonder what the actual death count was like. I think I think as bad as given how bad it got, one guy was even robbing that woman in an alleyway, and he even pulled out a gun. He even actually had like a weapon on him. So and then like people came in with baseball bats too, and they were just beating people on the ground. So, I mean, I'm kind of doubting that someone didn't really die in like throughout the entire, like, it was pretty much like an entire day of unfiltered, unmonitored, and like very, very kind of like almost a minimally prevented kind of violence. So I find it hard to believe that someone wouldn't have actually died or actually gone to the hospital with like major injuries in that instance. But either, I mean, that's just not the kind of thing that, it's not, I mean, again, it's, I think, I mean, that's the kind of thing that you'd hope that they would actually mention, or at least kind of show, like, oh, like many people were admitted into hospital with, you know, blunt force trauma and major injuries and stuff. But now the chaos is one, like that kind of hospital, that kind of news report is the kind of thing you'd expect to see. So, but no, they just kind of focus on how, oh yeah, we've got the totem back now, so now everything's fine, and the chaos has died down, so no one else is getting hurt. But you know, the people who have actually already gotten hurt, they just kind of have to deal with it now, because it's already happened. No going back in time, because we can't do that anymore, because, you know, reasons and everything. So reasons we know for sure, but still we can't do that. So now people who have been affected just kind of have to deal with it, and kind of go to the hospital, get fixed up, get some rest, and then go back to your normal Tuesday. So yeah, but yeah, so there was gleeful destruction, which kind of, you know, definitely made Nixley kind of happy to see. I think, you know, like, her kind of plans to destroy all of reality definitely include National City too. So yeah, that was that. So then, yeah, so then once the humanity and compassion and everything was actually being drained from the people on the ground, that same energy and stuff was actually being transferred into Nixley, which kind of actually put like a different spin on her. And I think, I mean, it happened pretty much from the beginning, but I think it didn't. I think Nixley, I think like that I think like, so it was actually stored in her from the beginning, but then up until Lena's kind of first spell happened, like, it wasn't actually taking any effect on her. She was still the same old Nixley with the same old evil mastermind kind of plans and everything. So, so there was I think all that kind of humanity and compassion in her wasn't actually activated or, you know, engaged in any way until Lena's spell actually happened, and then people affected, including Nixley, actually got kind of activated in that way too. So then, you know, like, people then actually, the violent people got more and more aggressive and more violent. But then with Nixley, all the stuff that she had actually stored in her up until then had actually activated, and then she actually started to actually think more, and then she actually started to kind of empathize more with the other security guard, and actually start to think about how he would have had family, like kids and a family and everything, and he would have, you know, been, and she would have been taking him away from whatever family he had and everything. So from then on, Nixley was changed. Actually, she was thinking more and more about the people down below, and what was happening to them, and she even started thinking about, like, world crises like poverty and hunger and war and suffering and all these different things. I think, and then for a second, I genuinely thought, oh, she might actually then use her powers to actually try and solve one crisis, or, you know, actually, you know, trying to solve one, like, trying to solve as many crises as she can, but then actually ends up solving or working on one, and then things kind of go down the hatch when she actually lets go of the totem and everything. And I think, I spent pretty much the entire episode wondering, like, you know, like, would she really do that? Would she really do that? Like she would give up the humanity and compassion easily, because I think that stuff's, like, affecting her, and she doesn't want to hold on to those feelings, like those feelings are holding her back and making her feel different. So she would easily let go of those. But then, would she really let go of the totem? Because then my assumption then was that, you know, okay, so once she lets go of the feelings, then she's the same old Nixley again with the old emotions and the old mindset and everything. So then she's the same old Nixley. So then by that time, she will then know that the feelings are gone, and then she'll still kind of, like, remember her plans, and then remember her kind of aspirations and everything, and then she'll actually remember the totem is in her hands, and then she might not let go of the totem. But then, I don't know, but to be fair though, the only thing the totems can really do is actually give her that kind of, like, the only thing the totems can really do is actually absorb that kind of power and then transfer into her. Like, that's pretty much the only thing it's really capable of doing. So then I think, taking that into consideration too, I think she then I think even I think right up until she dropped it, she kind of, I think it's maybe safe to say that she also kind of experienced some kind of withdrawal too. So then she not only didn't want the emotions and everything that the totems gave her, but then actually she didn't want to. She you know, knew that the totem was responsible for that kind of emotional feedback, and then she didn't want anything to do with the totem after that either. So then she just kind of decided to get rid of everything altogether. So then, yeah, I was proven wrong. Oh yeah, she will give up. She will give up the totem surely. So yeah, so that was fun. And then we had Lena and Nia Dream. Dream Corp. I think Dream Corp is actually one I've heard, like one kind of ship name I've heard, like a Dream Corp, like Dreamer and Luther Corp, Dream Corp, and everything. So Dream Corp, I guess it works in this. And I think they teamed up. They had like a little bit, like a bit of a brief kind of magical team up with them, like her using her dream powers, and then Lena using her mother's kind of spell book as well. So yeah, she tried to spell. She had the air particles and everything, and she tried to spell. And I think Lena's voice, honestly, I think Katie McGrath's voice in general is just a fucking heaven sent. But her voice, especially when she's doing those spells, when she actually really gets into the zone and does a spell, she speaks the Latin. Her voice is so soft and delicate and precise, and it's just like it's almost like ASMR. It's almost like ASMR, like her, like Katie McGrath reading Latin like that would honestly make such great ASMR. I think like that voice, like the way she specifically tunes it, specifically for spell casting too. I think honestly, I think it would have been a bit on the nose. Admittedly, it would have been a bit on the nose, but for Merlin fans everywhere, and for people who would get the reference and people who would think it's cool, I think the cherry on top of the spellcasting would have been if her eyes actually did manage to glow that kind of iconic golden color as it did back in her Merlin days as well. Like that would have been the cherry on top. If that happened, oh god, that would have been so amazing. That would have been so good. Yeah, like if her eyes actually glowed after she finished saying the spell too, that would have been so good. I'm sure someone out there might put some kind of filter over, or like someone like to like in order to actually just serve that specific purpose. So, like someone might actually put like some kind of filter, or someone might digitally alter it or something to actually make sure that her eyes do glow. But if that actually did happen, because there's plenty of space to make it happen. There's plenty of actual footage and space and stuff to make it happen, but that would have been that would have been really cool. So yeah, but no, we didn't get that. We just got her still kind of using her mother's spellbook to the best of her ability, and still kind of not necessarily succeeding in casting those spells as fluidly and as fluently as she would have liked, and as flawlessly as she would have liked. And then some advice from William actually then got her thinking, actually got her casting her spells in like a slightly different, more personal way. And then I think things ever so slightly started to work too after that, so it kind of managed to make some kind of a difference. So that was cool. But then her first spell did kind of break Dreamer's brain and everything, and she just couldn't tell. I think at first I thought her legs stopped working. Like, oh my god, is she paralyzed now? Like, she not like she takes one more step and then her legs just give out and then she just collapses onto like the trolley or something. So then I thought, oh my god, is she paralyzed from the waist down now? But no, I think then. And then I was thinking, oh, maybe she's gone blind now. Like maybe she just can't see where she's going. But then no, like her lefts and rights were actually like I think swapped over or mixed up or something. So I think her left became her right, and her right became her left. So that she just couldn't really tell which way she was going. So that was that. Like your first spell is almost guaranteed to just kind of be some kind of at the very least like a minor fuck up. So I think that one can easily just be let off and easily, and it wore off on Dreamer soon enough anyway. So she was fine. She was fine at the end of it. So yeah. So it worked great. So there was all that stuff, and then we had William embedded at the tower, him actually working in the tower and actually working alongside, well, not working alongside, but actually working at the tower on his own job, actually taking in kind of details for a story and everything. So and I think the team did a great work did a great work. The team did some great work to begin with, actually laying down some ground rules, like no identities, no Nick sleeve stuff, no Lena having magic, no details that the public can really exploit or kind of know too soon. Just like some stuff is still kind of very, very personal and very private. So that one definitely made sense. And then he just kind of went around, kind of talking and doing stuff and getting to see what they were like in their kind of very, very busy super days. He chose the perfect day to actually be in bed. Like the one day the entire city descends into chaos, and the super friends are pushed to their limit. Then he decides, or at least he and or Andrea decide to actually get him actually sent to the tower on that day. So So yeah, then he was doing his bits and everything, and I don't know, yeah, I mean, I'm not, I don't know, I mean, I just feel, I feel, to say the very least, I feel indifferent about William as a character, honestly, but then at the same time, it's like, I'm just really not, like, I'm really not that, like, that kind of, or all that kind of engaged when, like now, like, I think, you know, obviously when he was first introduced, he wasn't really he wasn't really meant to be like a likable character. So then it was easy to actually diss him or tear him apart or something. So there was that, and then even after the reveal happened, there was some other stuff. And then I think now it's just like he just I don't know, he just feels like an add-on that's like just there, like he exists and he has a job, but then it's like like it's like they deliberately find reasons or ways to actually write him in a way that just like feels like in a way that feels like in a way that feels like they're trying to remind you that he exists, and not the fact that like he's actually a part of the story and he's actually like doing something here. And I think they're giving him the job to actually write about the Super Friends for Catco and everything, and actually actually still maintaining his journalism side and everything. But other than that, like when he's in and when he's on, he's like I don't know. He just doesn't really feel like the most engaging part. I think the most I think this episode at least got out of him was actually him giving that advice to Lena about and like his own personal story that kind of tried to relate to Lena's magic and everything, and then him also going with Lena and Supergirl to the botanical gardens, and actually him him just kind of in the background actually telling him telling Kara to actually protect Lena, him telling Supergirl to protect Lena, as if she wouldn't have already kind of chosen that as like step one already, and then him actually kind of just volunteering to go ahead and fight the oncoming attackers and everything. So again, just like I think again I think that also would kind of include because I mean Kara could easily handle them on her it's not like any of them were really making it past him. She literally lifted up a hand and stopped them in minute. And she could also easily just use her kind of her windy breath or something and actually blow them all away or do something else. I think she is Supergirl. She would have had no issues taking you on multiple opponents at the same time and still providing Lena with adequate cover. So I don't know. I mean, I guess that it was just their way of trying to make him helpful and useful and everything in that scenario. So yeah, but I think with this one though, I think because it was his job to actually go around actually writing and actually taking down details of the Super Friends kind of adventures and their work and everything. I think because of that they actually had him getting more and more involved and actually kind of having him trying to go around and actually talk to people and everything. So yeah, I think needless to say, some people were okay with him being at the tower, and others were actually just barely finding it comfortable and everything and tolerable. But I guess it is what it is, and in the end, Andre got her story. In the end, Andre definitely got her story, and she was very happy with it. So there was that, and then William set his own ground rules that he wouldn't write it the way that they wanted to, or the way that Andre wanted to. But then him being the writer on this, he wanted to actually have control over exactly what kind of story was posted. So I think again, he doesn't have anything against Super Friends either. So I think I highly doubt that at any point that he will actually try and write some really kind of negative and horrible kind of slanderous kind of puff piece about them and talk about how they're not heroes or whatever or anything like that. But I am then kind of slightly curious about what else he might write about and how else how far he might go with the stuff and how else he might go with it. So I guess only time will tell. But yeah, I mean William is William, so I guess that's I by no means hate him or dislike him. It's just I just kind of don't really I think again the writers just don't really seem to know what to do with him a lot of the times. He a lot of the time he just seems like he's there, and he just when he pops up, it just seems like a reminder oh yeah, William, he's a character who exists, and he's also a journalist, and he also works with Kara and me, and he's there and stuff like that. So yeah, so I guess that's that. So yeah, I think that they now have kind of decided to continue. I think now they have the humanity totem locked away. So now they have that. Now they have that one. So they have the humanity totem, and Nixley still has the other one, which was I think what was the other one? the Hope Totem. I think was it the Courage. I think the Courage Totem. I think there is another one called the Hope Totem. I think I'm actually going to go back to the episode and see what was on that board. What was on that board at the very end? Because they decided to actually hunt down like another totem. So the totems are courage, humanity, truth, destiny, love, dreams, and hope. So there is a hope totem. There's a hope totem. I think that they even actually have like different other kind of reference images for what the totems are. So the courage one came from the slingshot. The humanity was the piece of wood from the Bodhi tree or something. The wooden charm, the slingshot was there. So then I think the truth one is like the scales, so like the scales of truth, and like liberty and justice. And then destiny. I mean, I think that one that looks like some artwork of the Spear of Destiny, like the Spear of Destiny from Legends of Tomorrow as well. So I think maybe they have to. I mean, that would make sense. But I mean, given what happened to the Spear, I don't know if that would actually kind of pan out in this, and this is way far post-Crisis 2, so I don't know if it would still be the same thing, or if it would be something else, but then there's that, and there's Love, and I think Love has some statues and like a ring too. I think the Love one being a ring, I feel like that would be kind of, that would fit, and that would be kind of cool, like a love ring, or like a mood ring, maybe that would be really cool, and then Dreams has some stuff, and then Hope has a statue as well. Hope has a near enough look in the same statues. I think they already have like some kind of like referential sources and different things to actually hit to find. So courage, humanity, truth, destiny, love, dreams, and hope. So near enough, like 50 to 60% similar to how the Paragons worked, in Crisis. But I think with this one, just being totems of reality and everything. So I mean, all this stuff would somehow give her the power to actually wipe out reality in the end. So yeah, but then there's Dreams. So I am expecting a dreamer-centric, a Nia-centric next episode, with them now with Nia identifying that she actually might be able to actually use that she would hopefully be able to use her powers to actually help out in finding and obtaining the Dreams totem. So I am expecting some good stuff. I'm expecting good stuff from Dreamer next episode as well. I mean, assuming next episode is actually when they find the token, because I think that's the one that they decided to do next. But I don't know if that's a guarantee that that's the token that's going to show up next, or if that's going to be the one that actually does kind of that they actually do come into contact with next, or what's going to happen. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, now they have like now they actually have a target. Now they actually have some semblance of like a stronger plan and everything. So yeah, Dream Totem, here we come. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all I got from this one. So that was cool. That was very cool. Again, you know, some parts here and there, just absolute pure gold, and that ending I could not be happier with the ending to an episode of Supergirl. I could honestly not be happier with an ending to an episode of the show. It's just easily one of the best things the show's given us. So I am eagerly awaiting the next episode, seeing how this adventure and this kind of family continues, and just how it's gonna be. I'm gonna just explode with joy and happiness, and just tears of joy, and just all sorts of euphoric emotions. All these dreams coming true, and all these kind of, you know, families and bonds being made, and families being created, and everything. It's just families being found and bonds being made, and everything. It's just gonna be so good. So yeah, that is pretty much all I had. So that was Supergirl season 6, episode number 14. So as always, thank you guys so much for being here and for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, consult and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think might be coming up next time on Supergirl, and then what you look forward to seeing in these final kind of handful of episodes coming up. Once again, the full-length reaction for the episode will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. And yeah, that is it. So I will see you guys next time.